Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Jackstock. I see you there in the chat. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Good start to their week. Hope it's getting done. Not too bad for a Monday, hey? Just getting some stuff. Just getting some stuff here set up for a little bit later. You just give me a moment. Great news. Ba da ba 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 ba. What in the world? What in the world? What in? Oh, there you go. Let's just get some stuff going on here. I was really hoping the tier 2 emote would be approved by now, but it's not yet, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully it does get approved, but we'll see. Da 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 da. Oh my god, kitty cat, what you doing? What are you doing over there, kitty cat? I see you being over there, being all weird and shit. What are you doing? Let's see. I think if I do... Oh. Just having to do some quick photoshopping. I'm sorry. Bye. Goodbye. Let's see. So, anyway, what's everybody been doing? How was everybody's weekend? Hope it went good for everyone. How do I... I went to work today. Over the weekend, I did my last couple of days at Lowe's where I was working, so that's done. Got the weekends open now. Been trying to get some stuff. Been trying to get stuff like paid off for getting ready for school. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Ooh, what's this color? I'll do that one. Okay, it's not gonna be. It doesn't need to be pretty. Nothing fancy. That is not what I want that to look like, though. That'll be fine. How do I move this? Oh. Okay, let's see. That's... I want you to be like this. There we go. There. That's simple enough, right? Oh, the kitty cat is so adorable. It's playing with a bag. You guys can't see that. I can see that. It's only for me. Let's save this really quick. Close that down. Yeah. Yeah, sure, whatever. Save all sorts of shit. And we'll come over here. Boo 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 boo. Oh, kitty cat's losing her mind over there. There, that's what it's gonna be. Boom, close that down. Just so it's there, so I know what's going on when I do that. Okay. However, let's double check. I don't think we have any orders of business today. I am cutting from what was on, what we rolled last week. It was supposed to be Zelda Breath of the Wild, but I decided to do Prey today. I'm using my veto. Mostly because I need to, if I want to let you guys hear the book narration, if I want you guys to hear the book narration, it's best to do it on this setup, so we're going to do it here. So, sorry about that. Sorry anybody that was looking forward to some of that Zelda, but not today. No, it's not frozen. I was sitting still. Let's see. At least on where I'm watching it, on my end, the stream looks like it's holding, so hopefully your internet holds out there, Dr. Jack's dog. Let's go move it over so we can actually play the game. That's what everybody's here to see. Stop wasting y'all's time, right? Okay, let's see what we're doing, because this game's goofy. It's fun. I wish I would have been playing this game a lot longer. I think this is starting to feel like an underrated game. Oh my God, kitty cat, you are just going crazy. Is there a bug under that box? You are just going cray cray. She wants it. Looked at me like I'm an asshole. How dare you move your box? I was using that box. Okay. Oh, what? Go away, mouse. I don't want mouse. Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Oh, do you know? Oh, well, fine. I'll press any key. Also, though now I remember. Oh, damn it. The mouse is on there. Alright. Have to do this. But also, just side bit. Subscribers. It's Monday, so Monday through Friday, your guys' free weight that you get to have one per week is now live. Feel free to use that from now to the end of the week. Of course, as you guys know, it's just one, so you can't use one each day. But just so you guys know, that thing is, you guys are good to go there. Feel free to chime in with adding a weight to the wheel, anything like that. Otherwise, normal rules are in play for the wheel. Bethesda. Oh, it's so creepy. Also, again, it's just how's everybody doing? I do hope that you guys are all having a good old time. Like I was saying, I'm trying to sell some stuff around the house. I got laying around, like keyboard and old keyboard, some speakers, stuff that I like never use. It's just sitting around. Some dresser drawers, couches. Probably gonna go clean off those big old barrels I got. Just try to sell those. Maybe get some money out of. Just trying to sell stuff to pay off my credit card. I had kind of a tumble with coming out of with last semester in school and getting into work over the summer and stuff. Financial tumbles where I had to rely on my credit card for stuff that I don't normally rely on it for. I usually only like to use it for like gas and or occasionally like clothes or something like that. Most of the time I like to keep it clear because I want to use it for school supplies. That's what I like to use it for. But unfortunately, I got effed in the butt. Well, that was not good. Well, oh yeah. Oh. I need levers 3. Get wrecked. Hit him. Oh man, it's so angry. Why does it have fire? Dick. Now, how do I forget how to... That's neuromods. Inventory, objective, things. How do I just, like, look at, deal with me? I forget. Anybody remember? Who remembers how to do things? Oh, there we go. That's how. Ooh, leftovers. Apple, whatever those are. And let's see. Let's do the third one. Oh, okay, don't hit exit like that. What are these? Ooh. What's that? Do I not have those? Ooh. I got lube. As far as I'm concerned at this point, if you don't want to run around and huck shit at things, why are you in this game? Right? Yeah. Where are you even at? That's what my favorite thing has been about it so far. Yeah. Dr. Jorgen Thorgen. Hope you ain't got nothing. And no hope for hope. See, this is what happened when you do stuff in space, you know? You're not supposed to be in space. And somebody goes like, what if we go into space? What if we make it, what if science but in space? And then inevitably somebody starts acting like a fool and you have weird tests and neuromods and things and everything falls apart. Oh hell! Ah! Didn't work.
Integrity damaged.
Crap. Get. Yeah. Well now. Ah! Yeah. Stupid. Stupid mimics. Hey. No time for you. What's that? Yeah. Don't make me mess you up, mimic. Ah! Yeah, I threw the carpet at you. Yeah, what now, bitch? Ooh. Uh-oh. Clive! Oh, you got shot. What did you do, Clive? Oh, this is weird. Found bourbon. Play entrance. Some more bourbon. It's a flashlight. I know you're in there, Clive. Ah! See you, Clive. Problem solved. Oh, Randall. You were my favorite. Thanks, Randall. Been a big help. Man, this snazzy ass theater. I want to go to a theater like this. It's nice. There's wine everywhere. Duck beer. So much duck beer. I'm gonna drink some of that. Eat some of that stuff. Hey guys, I got like so much duck beer right now. You want to get schmammered? I got duck beer. The Thornstein's off. I don't think I have your code. Wait, do I? Just click on it. No, I don't have it. Okay. I don't have. I wonder if it's up there. Is that like a? Didn't trust it. It looked suspicious. All right, be creepy. Oh, silence pistol fabrication thingy. Oh, weapon upgrade kit. Silence pistol. Yes. Get wrecked. Woo! So nifty. Download that bad boy. Power kiosk, grav, shift, fabricator, recycler. Are there none in there? Oh, that's annoying. How many neuromods do I have? I got 2. What's this? No, hold off for a second. Security controls. Unlock that locker. Yes, good. Good. Yes. Oh my. Oh, the crew. Oh, we've already dealt with that. No emails for you. A few coffee mug. Coffee mug. So many coffee mugs. making noise.
Ready to scan.
But it's a turret. You'll be fine. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Creeper.
Ready to scan. Attitude adjustment required.
It's because of the body.
A lot of the station tech starts here. Lab equipment, special parts requests, prototypes. We should be able to fix your looking glass terminal from Dr. Calvino's workshop.
Kill it! Kill it! Kill the Phantom! Go, my turret-y friend! Oh, bastard! You killed him! You killed Turret! Aw. Poor turret boy. Ooh. What's that? Null wave transmitter. Developed in psychotronics, the null wave transmitter emits a burst of signals which suppress the psionic abilities of anyone caught in the blast for a short period of time. It can be thrown or affixed to the stationary object. Cute. Neato.
Log submitted.
Set. Mug. Never again. Did I fix it? Firefighting. Someone seems to be doing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's good. Silly fire. Fire still going down there? Get out! Knock it off. Fix that for now. Just cover up my problems with paste. That's how I solve all of my things, all of my problems.
Calvino probably has a key card. You can locate him, or what's left of him, with the security roster.
Wow, what? Did one of those things fall and hit me? That's some nonsense. Ooh. Where'd you go, you little shit? You're not supposed to see me. I was being sneaky. Stop moving! Let me glue you. Ow! That hurt. Get an apple. And my soup.
Instructions.
Where is it? Die, kid! Die! Piece of ass! Ow! Damn it. They're dicks. Ow. Everything hurts. What's that? Ow. Wish there was a aim down the sight thing, but there doesn't seem to be.
Every airlock has a manual seal you'll have to disengage before you can spacewalk.
Ah!
Well engineered as a safety measure. It's irrelevant when the enemy is already inside the station. If you do go out there, I wouldn't stray far.
This thing
The
doesn't
Titan
give
may
a
have spread
shit.
to the exterior. And remember, other airlocks you find will have to be opened from the inside first. Last thing, you don't have a propulsion system for your suit yet. You'll need one to maneuver.
Oh, wow. Very good. I need so much stuff. Whoa! Okay. Oh, what happened? Huntress Boltcaster. Hell yeah. Whatever that is, I want it. Give me all of those things. There's an issue with one of the tanks near the supply closet. It's now causing a bit of radiation. Dark gun. Oh, wow. Fancy. Stop falling apart while I'm in here, station. That'd be really nice. Junk. This can go in there. Stuff I'm using. Go over there. What's this? Upgrade kit. I want to keep that. Booze. What's this? This is like ammo? Exotic material? What's that? I don't even have side stuff anymore. What's this? Alright. Well. Thing. Oh. I wish it was that easy. Ooh, Huntress Bowcaster. I want this. I want this thing. Ah! I found it. Oh my god, it's a toy. It's a toy. It's just a dumb toy. Some bulbs. Yes. Ah, this is so stupid. I love it. It can probably be fine. That. Gonna make bullets. Oh, I'm gonna go annoy the hell out of all these typhons. Psychotronic satellite. Stuff. More foam bolts. This is dumb. It squeaks. I'm so... Alright, propulsion system. This. Read that. Yes. Oh, I want one of these. Sweet. Let's see, do you have the people thing on here? No? Can I create a bridge? No, not. Like it. No. Lame. Get up there. Oh, I did it! I'm awesome. Thanks, Frank Good. The best. Ah! Whoa! Okay. Oh, it's radioactive. Why is this just up here? Where'd that shit-eating mimic go? There you are, bitch. Yeah. Neuromods, spare parts. Look at all this stuff. Thank God for the janitor's closet, right? Oh, Clive, we need to reload. We need to up the reload speed on the glue cannon. The actuators are slow on this thing. Oh, that's by Mary. Clive! How do I use these? Programmable weapon modification code. So I just... How do I... upgrade. Hesitation rate. Handling, range, reload speed. I like that. This. Then, can I upgrade this? Upgrade my gun. Firepower. Accuracy seems like a good idea. Okay. Alright. All good. All good in the hood. Neuromods! I want to be able to fix shit. How do I fix? I think this is it. And I want to use it. For how I want to play. I believe it's important. What the? Ooh! Oh, it's like really radioactive. Oh, hot damn. Woo! Oh, look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff.
Requesting new operator. TranStar Cobalt 14 engine inspectors of your suit centers.
Yay! I made a friend. Yes. Everything I've ever wanted. Friendship. Oh my god. I am having so much fun just taking shit and turning it into other shit. This is great. This is phantasmic. Ow! Ow. See if I can use my new Yeah! Ah, deal with it, bitch. I'm so good. I like repair. I like that ability. Gonna do it on you. Repair.
No alien material detected.
Yeah. Interventions. Unable to locate source. Power grid. Okay. Our wood. Did I go in here already? No. What's this? Do I have a flashlight? That'd be nice. Turn back power. I'm so good. I could be maintenance guy. Wait, did I? Oh. Now I could be maintenance guy. Fear me, for I have maintained. Let's see here. Oh, what's his face is in here somewhere. Let's see if I can lure him out with a box. It did work. Thaddeus York. Oh, poor Thaddeus. You were doing so well.
Dr. Thorstein, where are you? Machine shop. I was just... I heard an explosion. Forget that. Grab whatever you can and get to my office. We're evacuating. What? What should I... Neuromods, exotic material. Just hurry. Meet me in my office. Yes, sir. And bring a glue gun.
Not the most dignified position you could have died in either. Where... Can I track him? Hey, guy! I'm over here! Pretty sure he's down there. I want to lure him over here and then light him on fire. Kind of what I want to do. Okay. Come on, bitch. Ow! Oh! Oh, he straight murdered me. God damn it, Clive. Oh man, Clive's a dick. Okay, well, we're here. Oh, man. Alright, well, Clyde's an asshat, so we know that now. Didn't have to make it, I could just found one. Oh, I'm almost dead anyway. I'm dying of the plague over here. Get glue gunned! Eat shit, Clive. You dumbass. Yeah, what now? Yeah, take that, Clive. See, that's how it was supposed to work the first time. But it didn't, obviously. But, ooh, you got all that good shit, Clive. Look at that. Man, this is interesting. I like the different ways to play whole thing. I'm liking that. I enjoyed that a little bit. Just a wee little bit. Give me all this stuff. Taking all this shit you were hiding, Clive, Cliff Bar, Dickwad. Gotcha. Let's see. I don't need a glue gun. I don't need another pistol. I don't need 2 of these. There. Okay. I guess that works. This is so goofy. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Was there... What's in here? More stuff. What is Defa? Falling on an enemy or ally will damage them. Suit modification skill. Oh. How do I put them in there? Learning how to science. Is this what it's meant to be a scientist, everybody? All you people that go to school for scientistness? Is that what it's like? Is that what you do every day? You just show up and you just fucking science. Every day I'm sciencing. Yeah, nanobots. Where are they? There's more of them. I want them. Oh, all that good shit. What's that? No. Let's see. I need to find another computer. Maybe back to that security station probably. It's the best place to go for what I need. I need to find that guy, Calvino. Whatever's making that noise needs to really stop doing that. Ah! You foul beast! Dick-ass mimic. I need that crew. Alright, Calvino. Oh. Can I just maybe search? Just I don't know how to. Oh wait, oh. Trauma center. The intern's alive. Way to go, guys. Where's Calvino? Robe. Please don't do that. Where are you, Calvino? Reporters, maybe. I feel like he's supposed to be in here. Conrad, Clive. Where are you, dude? Let me find Dr. Calvino. Why can't I just search? Seems like a really bullshit thing. up, guy? You want Dr. Calvino? He's in the trauma center, is he? Oh, cargo bay? Where the hell do you live, guy? Where am I right now? Hardware labs, right? Should be in here. Oh, there he is. Turd biscuit. Labs. Oh, there he is. Kind of.
Scanning target, no type and material detected.
Oh, if I was only stronger. Guess I'll just have to go around. No, I've defeated your puzzles. Needs fixing over there? Oh. Whoa! Asshole. Whoa! Oh, Phantom! Woo! Scary. Spooked on me. Don't do that again. Why were you holding a computer fan? How to fix an operator. Fix all of this. Watch my butt. Hello? Hello. Oh, Nikki. Oh, poor Nikki. You had a glue gun? Oh. Could have done so many good things. What's wrong with that chair? What's wrong with all this stuff? Tell me your secrets, Nikki. Tell me why you did what you did. Oh, you killed. Oh, booze. Love booze. Apples. Ooh. Things. Yes. Don't care. Oh, bananas. If I could have just. Yes, eat it. Just eat it now. Yes. Unagi roll. I could probably. Yeah, look at me go. I made that. What now, bitches? What's in here? Oh, Mr. Jorgen, I found a way in. Ah! Jorgen! You're not Jorgen at all! How dare you stand where he stood? Fake ass Jorgen. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. When detonated, the recycler charge breaks down the molecular structure of nearby objects into recyclable material. Yeah, pray. Actually...
Lab. I have the sense he resented you. Unfortunate.
Oh, Jorgen didn't like me. Yeah, I wanted to play it when it came out, but I never got it. It wasn't something that I felt too big into. But now that I'm playing it, because it was on sale for like $8, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's pretty fun. Dr. Thornstein. Just wanted to write you personally and thank you for the new reploader. I know some people have been on the waiting list to get one of these, and it was a pleasant surprise to find a new one in my office this morning. It's this feeling of gratitude that makes it awkward for me to trouble you further. However, if you could spare one of your engineers for a bit, it would be great if they could swing by and show me exactly what it does. Thanks, Dr. Diao Igwe. That's how he speaks, right? That's how he talks. Wanted to clear a Morgan request again. Morgan was down in hardware today, just standing there, as if not sure where to go. And when I offered to help, Morgan asked me for more operator parts. I asked if the last ones we'd sent hadn't been sufficient, and I got a blank look. I mean, no offense, but Morgan's requisition's enough to repair any operator in the station 5 times over now. And we have other operators that need maintenance. Might have been sleepies. My head wasn't working. Give me all your stuff, Morgan. Guy who apparently did not like me. Ooh, hello. Wait, hold on. Ornstein, did you write your shit on the side? Oh, crap. Oh, I don't know my elementary tables. Does Morgan? Crap, he doesn't. Unless anybody in chat knows what those are. ES and the other one. Crap. Inventory. Where did I hide that? Data? Yeah. ES and XE. What are ES and XE? Let's see here. Crap. That's not even it. Okay. Where are you? ES and XE. XE is 54. And ES, where's ES? 9954. Okay, got it. What now, Jorgen? You didn't count on the internet, did you? Yeah, I see it. You got you now, bitch. There anything else? Oh, hello. Oh, it was right there, too. I could have just looked. If I had looked to the right, I would have understood. I would have known. But I didn't, because I'm an idiot. Alright, Lorenzo. How many mimics were you hanging out with? This chair. Just checking. I like reading emails. Thaddeus. Please keep an eye on Franklin. The man spends far too much time on personal projects and recreational pursuits. We're all human here, I gets it. But I'm worried he may try to use the propulsion system to access unauthorized areas. That's what Thornstein is talking like, I guess. From Gus? Hey, this is Gus down in Cargo Bay. I found something curious in an outbound container on my shift. I think it's a fabricator plan for an autonomous turret. It was stashed with a bunch of old capacitor cells slated for delivery to the Pythias facility. It might have been an accident, but I don't know. One of the officers put it in a safe in the life support station. If you want it back, talk to them. I like doing voices. Thaddeus. Dr. Calvino isn't feeling well enough to present the latest looking glass tech to our visitors. So I'll be away from the labs for an extended period. I've left everything in my working order while I'm out. But just in case, I'm sending you the key code to my office. Is 0260. I don't know. Trying my best, guys. Leave me alone. Stop. Why are you gonna be judging me so much? You guys are so mean. What the? Yum. Titus. No. Cromwell. You were my favorite. Definitely not the other people I've said that to. I like throwing stuff so much. It's such a good time. Ooh, oh. Get up there. Go. Oh no! Ow! That shocked me? What the I bet this is a lot easier on a controller. Now I'm in. What now? You win. To whomever gave dear Mr. Gluey McGlueface arms, aka First Shift, I bow to thee. At first I thought the jellied eel hat could not be topped. I stand corrected. Your triumphant creation of baseball glove hands cannot be equaled. Sincerely, the unworthy Second Shift. If you need some... Oh, from Clive. Oh, machine shop, supply closet, key code. Supplies from machine shop, Cool. Ooh, what's going on over here? What the? Oh my god. What's this? This is Mr. Oh. These guys were nothing but pranksters. Look at them. Hey, we're barely even real doctors. We're scientists. I need to find one of those, I need to head back to the, whatchamacallit thing, recycler. I need to found Dr. Renzo way over here. Why have I been getting so distracted? Oh.
That side of the lab was breached. Hard vacuum. No gravity. There's an exterior airlock in the machine shop you could use to reach him.
Sounds like a party.
Dr. Thorstein?
Where are you?
Machine shop. I was just... I heard an explosion.
Forget that. Grab whatever you can and get to my office. We're evacuating.
What? What should I...
Neuromods, exotic material. Just hurry. Meet me in my office.
Aw. Aim. Here, you can have the glove. I want this. And I want that. I'll just eat this.
Yes, sir.
And bring a glue gun.
hunted out into space, don't it? Oh. What's the bet this ain't gonna last long? Hot damn. Damn, that thing's cool. It's way better than I thought they were. Actually. Look at all this stuff. Turned a bunch of mimics into the nothings. To bits and pieces. I'm getting used to that. This can go in there. Let's see. Sort this shit. It looks terrible. I guess it's fine. All my stuff! Da 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 da. Wanted to make crackers, like only crackers. Alright, let's see. Dude, we're going outside. We're gonna go on a spacewalk. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. You know, I want to. Talos exterior. Interested to find out where the aliens came from. Like, if they're from a different planet, or if we like found them on the moon or something like that. Da 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 da.
Microgravity detected.
Oh. messy. How many things are and or are not? Can I go out there? Find that human corpse? Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go get this human corpse. Come here, body. Do I have infinite thrust, or I don't know? Is that? I don't want to waste my thrust. There's a lot of bodies out here. Come on. Shouldn't slow down. No gravity. No resistance. Who is this poor sap? Look at that. Charisma, Cahoon. Charisma for sure. Let's just cover that up. Yeah, let's just not look at that anymore. Woo. That was kind of gnarly to see. Nobody asked for that. So I am going full speed forward. That's what that 1.4 meters per second, I think. Yeah, is what that thing is, but that's me going full speed ahead there. I am pretty liking this game. I could probably play this, I could easily play this on my own, just spend hours in one room. So far, I've just got done. Just spent an hour in one room of this whole thing, trying to find everything. But I have to see the corpse. Hey kid, you want to see a dead body? Oh, you there. Engineer thingy. Fix my suit, dude. Hey, pal. Look, he's not making it out.
Inspecting. Your suit suffered some wear and tear. Fix that. Job done.
Sweet. Oh, Jose. What are you doing out here with a baseball glove, Jose? That's what you get. You get to be clumps. That's what you get for your one thing bringing a baseball mitt out here. Wasted my damn time. I gotta go all the way back. All right, Lorenzo. Let's get this done. That's pretty good space stuff. I like that. Can we push this to 2 meters a second, maybe? Just give it that last little shove. Bodies. Just want to make sure. I want to see all the space bodies I can. That's cool, though. Because I saw that person get blasted out into space. That's cool. was in the atrium. It was when I was back there. I looked out the window. You see them get blasted into space. I got to go out there and look and see them. That was nifty. Way to go, game. I enjoy that. There you are. Oh. Not even. Can't even guess. What's this? Zama? Shotgun shells? Hell yeah, where's the shotgun? Oh, that's cool shit. Space mimic. I did.
This is Dr. Gunn.
You found him. Not surprising. Well done.
Your head. It's space out here. Now listen, Dr. Calvino, I found shotgun shells in here, but I didn't find a shotgun, so maybe you have it somewhere else? No? Wait here. Is that...
Mio, this is Dr. Calvino. Ah, well, I suppose you've turned in, or you're ignoring me. I just want to... Well, I will be a little late for my shift tomorrow, but the first thing in the morning, I want you to put together a new micro-lens array. You see, the old one it's garbage. And get what you need from the machine shop. And if Clive is being an ass, just take it from the supply closet when he's not looking. We're not supposed to know the code, but, well, I'm sending it to you anyway. Mio, this is Dr. Calvino.
What's up?
I'm feeling ill, not myself today. I think I won't be in for my shift at all.
Okay. Do you still want me to finish this array? I fabricated a shit ton of glass.
Array? I don't recall.
You asked me to set up a new array.
You must have misunderstood. Are you... Honestly, I prefer if you left my experiments alone in my absence.
Well, look, I have a message you left me. Seriously, I would not have made all of this if you hadn't...
No, of course. I remember now. Let's just, for the time being, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Let's talk about it tomorrow.
He's having problems. Someone's having so many problems. Alright. Who broke that? Who broke my turret? Oh. It's me.
Error log submitted. Deploying.
I don't trust you, game. It's just the type of thing to... Who the... Get down here, whoever you are. I see you up there. Being a dick. Get some! Phantom! Nobody Phantom. Ugh. Broke my turret. It's my favorite. Best friend.
Requesting new operator.
All this.
TranStar Pyramid 490 medical class operator.
Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. This won't take long. There. All better. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk.
Thanks, bud. What's in here? Oh. A mimic is what's in here. Oh, it thinks it's special. Get wrecked! What now, mimic? You ain't no box. I got the better of you, you stupid little shit. Who's the box now? Oh, you were the can. Oh, you still think you got me? You stupid mimics. You're not special. Yeah. Multiple ways of doing multiple things.
Operator approach.
Oh, bad. Where's my...
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
Yes, you can. Where are you? Where'd you go, Special Robo? Are you upstairs? Still? Heal me! Who's this? I've never seen you there.
Hello?
Hey, it's Langley. Are you, is there anything weird going on over there?
No? Like what?
I don't want you to panic.
Hello.
What is going on,
Good
Langley?
to see you again,
Not
Dr.
sure yet.
Yu.
Security's running all over
I
the
didn't
place.
see you there.
So, everyone's still working there?
I guess. I don't know. I've been in the lab all day. Hang on. I'm looking now. I don't...
Oh.
What was that?
Oh my god, I think we just lost 2 labs.
What?
I have to go.
Diagnosing. Bruising, abrasions, fatigue. Nothing life-threatening. Try
It
to
feels
relax.
life-threatening.
What is new? You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk.
Wait. Yeah. Fix the thing. I opened this up. Oh, biscuit. Fire Q-beam. Get some, Phantom! Dick. Can I have a Q-beam? I want one. I want it. I want my own. What's that? Mr. Dalton. Mr. Dalton, please do not confront Lane. Let's give it one more shot. How does 7:30 this evening sound, Dr. Cole? Oh, he even misspelled stuff. He's so angry. he would have taken it to me. Or my brother. Or, yeah, my brother. I'm Morgan. That's right. I'm Morgan. Lane Carpenter. That's not who you are. Oh. Is Lane the one that was trying to steal the work? Is that what I just read? Hell yeah, take Q-beam. Fuck yeah, look at this thing. Oh, let's go, Typhon, bitch. The Q-beam fires a concentrated beam of unstable particles that will eventually cause a target to explode. Because what I'm going to be running around with is this bloody thing. Come here. Where did you go, Lane? I got something really interesting I want to show you, Lane. Lane? Oh, you're not. This doesn't connect. That's right. I always knew you were a coward, Lane. Can't I fix that? What if? Oh, you're lucky, Lane. You're lucky. I'm really interested in how this works. Can't wait to figure out the lore. How do I get through? Lane Carpenter's email. I don't know who was at fault, Lane, but you're this thing now. So who knows? How do I get in there? That doesn't do nothing. I feel like you can't tell me this thing will make shit explode, and it doesn't do any of that. Been getting led around by the nose. You guys knew what I wanted. What the hell was that? How do I get further in here? Lane's on the other side. But he's ignoring me. He's acting like, he's going like, oh, look at me, I'm a phantom now. I don't know what the code is. Why don't you ask Josh? Kick Lane's ass. This is annoying. Want in. Where'd you hide your password, Lane? Tell me your secrets. I've kind of been putting off a lot of this stuff.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
Ooh. Ah! Where are you all coming from? Lane tell you how to find me? Dicks. That's creepy. Can't wait till we have those for real, right? Yeah.
Hello. Good to see you again, Dr. Yu.
What's going on out there? What the hell? What the shnikes? What did you guys do while I was being brain controlled? You morons! I blame all of you for this. To fix it. Tumbler. Oh. Do you have a recycler in here by chance? That'd be really helpful. I have to like throw a bunch of crap on the floor and then throw a recycle grenade at it. Although could be fun. I like how many little things are just around. Require you to fabricate a travel mug that weighs exactly 170 grams. What? These guys are absolutely abusive with their powers. What the hell? Needs you to modify a scale so when it reads 170 grams, it sends an on-off signal. So take a wrench to the main server. It's weird. So this guy was suspicious of stuff enough that he had somebody make him a coffee mug that weighed an exact amount, and so that he would weigh it, and so he knew what was good. So if I just smack it, is that what you said? Might have been necessary. Okay. Just breaking all sorts of shit. I mean, like I'm here. What is that stuff? Creepy. What was that? Why did things make noise? Power control terminal is there. Doi. For hiding that. Yeah, this is really old looking.
Nice work, Morgan. The looking glass screens are online again. Head back to your office as soon as you can. It's important you hear the rest of your message. I'll meet you there.
You don't exist, though. Like a fake thing of me. But that was the whole... That's what we decided there. You're like an auto robot version of me. Doing? What is... Oh, he found me. Oh, hell. That was a thing. Oh, hell. No, wait, I want to go back into the one place. Get rid of this stuff. Let's see, do I have any this? I'm not interested in that, really. It's cute, but I'm not really interested in it right now, so. Five neuromods. Oh, crap. Roll it in neuromods. There we go. Inventory management. So interesting. Oops. I'm glad that thing's powerful enough to hold my fat ass not in space. That's pretty neat. That's the thing I want in my day-to-day life. Yeah, whatever. I'm holding a pistol. Wait, did I learn how to get in here? Hell yeah, I did. What's up here? Oh, this was just his office again. Where'd you go? What are you doing? Stupid mimic. Looking for its life.
Save me! Spare me! I don't deserve to die.
You all deserve to die. I won't stop until every last mimic is dead at my feet. Filthy bastards. I haven't got the laser or anything to death. Wow, that sounds like a horrible thing to exist. Looks like it's... yeah, it's gonna be fine. Okay, if I do... should probably do that, actually. Quit save. Man, I've been through so much. Wouldn't believe. Ah! Stupid. What the? Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh, all of my problems have come to life. Ah! Ah! Oh, my hot bitching wife. Ah! Oh, it hurts me. Oh, what it leaves behind is terrible. Ah, ah. What the hell was that? You there, dead body, tell me what that was. Better not be any of those fucking things in my office.
Alien threat detected.
Ah! Super aliens. Why are there super aliens? Why did they become more powerful? Ah! Ah! I don't know what these are. Ah! There. Stop! Stop taunting me! Alright, how many of you are in here and have turned into things that I own? Acts like I'm supposed to be in here trusting shit. Have a new email? Alright, let's make some candy.
You're not gonna like what I have to say next. You have to destroy Talos 1. The research, the Typhon, nothing can survive. Including you. I know how it sounds, but you've seen what those creatures can do. They're a part of you now. If even one cell gets back to Earth, we're lost. I'm sorry. I wish there was another way. January can walk you through activating the self-destruct mechanism. Alex will try to stop you. He's allergic to failure.
Too proud to go back to Mom and Dad with his tail between his legs. So it's up to you now. Good luck. Told you you wouldn't like it.
Oh, that's what you stopped me from hearing, Alex. Oh, the robot.
Hello, Morgan. I'm January 2035. I'm an operator. There are many operators aboard Talos 1, but none of them are like me. Morgan, I'm your plan B. My first task was to free you from the simulation. The second task was to make sure you saw your video. Those are done. Interesting. New directives are now available to me. The self-destruct protocol for Talos 1 is activated by 2 arming keys. Your brother has the first. You had the second. Alex destroyed your arming key, but you hid a fabrication plan for a new one in deep storage.
Ooh.
That's where you need to go next. We can worry about getting Alex's key afterwards. The Typhon are spreading fast, Morgan. You'll be racing against them. And your brother. This key card will grant you access to the main lift and all the labs. The main lift is the fastest way to reach deep storage.
My key card, yeah.
Next topic. You asked me to provide you with more neuromods, which I've done. Good luck, Morgan. I have more autonomy than a typical operator. The contents of the video are sensitive. Only a flesh and blood person could handle the responsibility, I presume. Every neuromod takes a snapshot of your brain and models what it would look like if you learned something new. Then it makes those changes. Billions of connections remapped in a matter of minutes. All made possible by our friends from outer space. I have your voice. It's a tactic to ease your natural suspicion. I'm sure you realize this. I mention it so that you'll know I'm earnest.
I like this. I like these things. Okay. Let's do a quick save. Let's do some neuromod nonsense, right? Right? Necropsy. Recover more valuable organs from Typhon. Be used in the fabrication of neuromods. Oh, that's kind of good. Engineer. What else we got? Ooh, I do wrench a lot of things. I do like lifting a lot of things as well. What else do we have? Toughness. Increase your health by 150. Health to 150. Natural lifespan increased by 25 years. I like that little add to it. I don't know. This is pretty good. If I can make neuromods out of it. But I like carrying stuff a lot. How much do I want to carry stuff compared to how much do I want to rip organs out of things? I think I should do this, because if this does what it says it does, what I'm reading into it that it does, then that's good for me. And this would be good too. I wanted that increase. Extra inventory space. Yeah, look at all that space. take your tumors. What now, shitty little animals? Oh, goodness. Just want to cover that up a little bit. Filth. Is there anything undone in here?
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
Probably can. Hey, bud. Where's you at? There you are. Come here.
Whoops. Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. I'll have you feeling better soon. All done. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next
I
time.
refuse. I want to get the pills. Oh, not against here. Oh, not against here. Thank you for stopping by. Just gonna go for a few more minutes here and then start doing the book. So thank you so much for stopping by. This game is a lot of fun. I am enjoying this game. What the? I saw that. I saw that. Where? It's so angry. Ooh, that sounds good, dude. Oh, that sounds really good. Oh, I want taco salad. Makes me want Navajo tacos, too. My mom makes. Those are good. Get this thing! Oh, no, reload! Damn it, Morgan! Ah! Get the... Ah! That laser! Stop! Oh! Ah! Oh, this went badly! Very bad. Get death lasered! Ah! Oh, baby. Now I gotta take your organs. I'm gonna turn them into bits and things. Oh, man. I think if you get a chance, you'd probably enjoy this game too, Ashley. I think you might like it. It's pretty stinking interesting. I'm excited to learn where the aliens came from and stuff.
Hello, Morgan. This time we spoke.
December?
My code name is December. My purpose is to help you escape Talos 1. I know your memory's shot full of holes, but you left instructions that the Typhon should break containment. Alex has a private escape pod. You made a copy of his launch key and hid it in the neuromod division, along with a supply cache. I'll transmit the location to your map. I'll contact you again when you've got the key.
It was December, but I have January. No, I don't have Netflix. Am I gonna have to come across a whole bunch of my different little robo buddies that are all named after months? Because I know January, but I don't know December. We're gonna recycle stuff. Because January told me that I have to blow up the station with me in it, but nothing can escape. And now December is telling me
You're heading to Psychic.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
That's right. Okay, I see. Did you already know about the main lift? It's malfunctioning. I'm not sure why, but the car is stuck at the top. There's another route through the psychotronics lab. Morgan, that lab is where the Typhon broke containment. Please be careful.
Damn it.
First they give us pop guns, put us on babysitting duty, then open the gates of hell and lock us in. Transtar's going to need an army of lawyers when I get Earthside. Anyone else on the station, get to a safe area. Check your surroundings. Walls, floor, ceiling. Then seal yourself in. We're working on the problem, and we'll be there to retrieve you as soon as we can. Elazar out.
Did it die?
Suit integrity damaged.
Oh, that guy had a lot of stuff. Guess I kind of threw off January because I didn't go to the main lift, which I thought I was going there, but I ended up here. So I'm not very... Did I just take his organs? Gross. Alright, I guess we're going through here then. But it's about time to do the thing with the stuff. Verona 1 satellite. First encounter Typhon technology in 1959. Seems off. Doesn't seem right. Pretty sure different things happened. I might be able to get Netflix. I mean, Becca's hinted that she may be willing to share. All right, let's do save game. Ooh, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Man, this game is fun. I like this game a lot. I'm gonna be honest. This is my kind of jam. What's going on in here? But anyway, let's get moving on to the intermission here, and I'm gonna open up the book. So I recorded it with a different mic, so it sounds a bit different than normal. It is louder, I guess, but I tried to make sure I was already in the groove and everything when I recorded this one, that I was already feeling how I was going to read the book, because I read the chapter that you're going to hear multiple times throughout the week. So I'd get it, open it up, start reading it, make sure that I fully understood how I wanted it to sound, at least how I interpreted it, and try to make sure that I bring that with me. I've shown it to my mom. I've been showing my mom everything before I even show you guys, so sorry. I just love my mom more. But that's just how it is. She's given me a little bit of input. She's told me that she thinks it's a lot better than it was before, at least the way I've been reading, like it works a lot more fluidly. But there is a certain part of it that she just told me that she felt like in these scenarios I could change the way I read it, which made sense to me. So I'm going to be working on that. I'll see what you guys say and stuff. See, are you still there? Oh, not again. I really wanted to have you hear it, because you're my best friend. Let me tell you about my best friend. That's horrible. All right. Let's open up the thing. There's that. All right. Let me push play.
Chapter 2. Crack.
All right. Hopefully it's not too loud. It shouldn't be, but here we go.
Chapter 2. Crack. By noon, news of Nictor's defeat had traveled through the entire academy. None of the other students had seen what had happened to him afterwards, but Jura Ostrogoth assumed that Nictor had gone to the infirmary to be treated for his physical wounds, or back to the dorms to lick his less tangible ones. Either way, Jura told Kindra, the two of them ducking past the crooked slab of stone that marked one of the 5 entranceways to the Academy's library. It doesn't matter now, does it? He was barely scraping by anyway. Kendra nodded, but didn't say anything. They were on their way to the dining hall for their midday meal. After a brief reprieve this morning, it was snowing again. Harder now. Thin, sand-dry pellets, seething over the ground in front of them, creeping up over the walkways, and drifting up against the Academy's outer walls. Jura, who'd grown up on Chazwa in the Aru sector, was well adjusted to such weather, and walked with his robe open at the throat, hardly noticing the wind gusting through its fabric. He'd seen other acolytes from warmer climates trying to affect the same air of brazen indifference through chattering teeth and blue lips. But the cold truly didn't bother him. Never had. "What about Lusk?" Kendra asked. Jura cast a sidelong glance at her. "What about him?" "Did anyone see where he went?" "Who knows?" He wasn't quite able to disguise the annoyance in his voice. "Lusk comes and
I'm sorry. Hold on. What happened? Why did something came up and did a thing? I don't know why.
Chapter 2. Crack.
How long had you been listening to it? Sorry, I stepped away. Oh, voices.
Seething over the ground in front of them, creeping up over the crooked slab of stone that marked one of the 5 entranceways to the Academy's library. It doesn't matter now, does it? He was barely scraping by anyway. Kendra nodded, but didn't say anything. They were on their way to the dining hall for their midday meal. After a brief reprieve this morning, it was snowing again. Harder now. Thin, sand-dry pellets, seething over the ground in front of them, creeping up over the walkways, and drifting up against the Academy's outer walls. Jura, who'd grown up on Chazwa in the Aru sector, was well adjusted to such weather, and walked with his robe open at the throat, hardly noticing the wind gusting through its fabric. He'd seen other acolytes from warmer climates trying to affect the same air of brazen indifference through chattering teeth and blue lips. But the cold truly didn't bother him. Never had. What about Lusk? Kendra asked. Jura cast a sidelong glance at her. What about him? Did anyone see where he went? Who knows? He wasn't quite able to disguise the annoyance in his voice. Lusk comes and goes as he pleases. Days go by without anyone seeing him, from what I've heard. He let the words trail off, looking up at the tower that rose from the very center of the academy, an immense black cylinder jutting against the gray sky. Every so often, black vapor would billow up from the top, staining the sky, raining down thick and gritty bits of ash, and the smell was bad enough to make his eyes and nose water. Unlike the cold, Jura had never gotten used to smoke and ash. What have you heard? Kendra asked. He shook his head. Just rumors. I've heard them too. She was staring at him pointedly. And not just about Lusk. What are you talking about? Nothing, she said, and walked past him into the dining hall. His midday meal in front of him, a stringy lump of Mubasa hock and canned mantra fruit, Jura Ostrogoth pondered the dining hall around him with a watchful eye. He'd been around long enough to know that violence begat violence, that news of what had happened to Nictor could easily inflame some other apprentice's desire to move upward in the Academy's pecking order, and Jura was just high enough up to be a target. He ate alone, as did most of the students, with his back to the wall as much as possible. There wasn't much talk, just the steady clink of utensils and trays. When you were here, you powered through the meal as quickly as possible and got back to your training sessions, or study, meditation, and force drills. Time spent socializing was time wasted. It showed weakness, a lack of discipline and vigilance that was practically an invitation to your enemies. Jura! He paused and looked around. Hartwig was standing there with Skopeek by his side. Their trays were full, but neither of them looked like he was planning on sitting down there. What is it? You hear about Nictor? What, at the temple? Jura shrugged. That's old news. Hartwig shook his head. He disappeared. Shocker. Jura shrugged, turning back to his food. He was peripherally aware of the other apprentices nearby, inclining their heads ever so slightly forward to eavesdrop on the conversation, and wondered if there might be more worth hearing. He's probably off someplace feeling sorry for himself. No, I mean he literally disappeared, Hartwig said. The medtech, Arljak, told Skopeek about it. 1 minute he was at the infirmary getting treated for that cut on his arm. Arl went to check on one of the other patients, and when he came back, Nictor was gone. So he just walked out. Hartwig leaned forward, lowering his voice. He's the 4th one this year. What's that supposed to mean? You know what they're saying. Jura sighed, realizing where the conversation was going. You've been talking to Ra'at too much. Maybe so, Skopeek said, speaking up for the first time. But maybe, in this case, Ra'at knows what he's talking about. Jura turned all the way around and glared at him. Skopeek was a Zabrak, and his tribal tattoos and the array of vestigial horns sprouted up from his scalp had always been a source of deep pride. In conversation, he tended to keep his head tilted slightly forward for dramatic effect, and with the light behind him, so that the shadows of the horns cut down over the geometry of his face like daggers. For a moment, the two faced each other in tense silence. We've all heard the same thing, Jura said, keeping his voice even. Thinning the herd, the experiments. What's your point? Skopeek leaned in close. Lord Scabrous. What about him? If he is abducting students for his own purposes, Skopeek said, then someone needs to find out who might be next. Jura let out a dry little laugh, but it didn't come out as dismissive or scornful as he'd hoped. And how do you plan on getting that information? I'm not, the Zabrak told him and pointed at him. You are. Me? You're perfect for the job. Everyone knows you have the survival instincts of a hungry Dianaga. He'll find a way. Jura pushed back his chair and stood up in one fluid motion, swinging one hand forward and reached up and snapped his fingers tight around the Zabrak's throat, clamping down on the windpipe hard enough that he felt the cartilage pop. It happened so fast that despite the strength and weight discrepancy, Skopik was caught off guard. But only momentarily. When he spoke again, his voice was calm, almost casual, and quiet enough that only Jura could hear him. There's a saying on my home planet, Ostrogoth. Only a fool turns his back on an unpaid debt. You think about that. Skopik nodded slightly at Jura's arm. Now, because you do still have some value to me, I'll allow you to remove your hand from my throat voluntarily and save face in front of our peers. But the next time I see you, you will tell me what you found out about the disappearances. The Zabrak smiled thinly. Or else the rest of the Academy will soon see a side of you that I don't think you want them to see. A very unflattering side. Do we understand each other? Jura's jaw tightened. He was too angry to trust his voice for a reply. Instead, he managed a curt nod. Good, Skopik said. A second later, the Zabrak turned and walked away. When he and Hartwig stepped out the door, Jura Ostrogoth carried his untouched meal to the waste receptacle and dumped it in, tray and all. He'd lost his appetite. Outside the dining hall, back out in the cold, Jura stalked through the snow, fists clenched and trembling at his sides. After he'd gone a few meters from the doorway, where he was sure no one could see, he stepped into a narrow alcove and stared at the stone wall. Fury boiled in his chest. Or else the rest of the Academy will soon see a side of you that I don't think you want them to see. Skopik's voice mocked in his head. Do we understand each other? Jura's thoughts flashed back 4 standard years to the day he'd first arrived at the Academy. A scared and ignorant kid from the other side of the galaxy. He'd spent his first couple of days keeping a low profile, avoiding everyone, hoping to get his bearings before anyone had a chance to push him around. But that wasn't how things worked around here. On the 3rd morning, he'd been in the dorm making his bunk when a fist swung out and smashed him hard between the shoulder blades, knocking him to the floor, where he lay gasping for air. When Jura managed to roll over and look up, he saw a gigantic Sith apprentice named Manak Tasank looming over him. Tasank was stronger and older than Jura, and the smirk on his face was one of nearly homicidal glee. You look good lying there on the floor, newbie, Tasank leered at him. You know what you'd look even better doing? Licking my boots. He'd held out one of his filthy leather dung kickers, waving the toe right under Jura's nose, close enough that Jura could smell the tauntaun droppings. Tasank had been sentenced to cleaning the paddocks for some minor offense. Go ahead, newbie. Give them a good tongue polish. Even then, Jura had known this was a test. How he responded would determine the way he was treated forever after in the Academy's court of public opinion. Grimly, with the air of someone planning his own funeral, he had stood up and told Tasank exactly what he could do with his boot. The result had been even worse than he'd expected. Tasank punched him in the face so hard that Jura blacked out, and when he woke up, his entire head was a gonging carillon of pain. He couldn't move. There was a dirty rag stuffed in his mouth, crammed so far back that he almost choked on it. Looking down, he saw that he was naked and tied to the bunk by his feet and ankles, while Tasank stood over him, grinning with malevolence that bordered on madness. When Jura tried to inhale, he started gagging, and panic took hold of him. He lost all control and burst into frightened tears while Tasank howled with laughter. And then, abruptly, the laughter had stopped. His last memory of Tasank was the thin, surprised yelp that the sadistic apprentice had let out right before he'd gone flying backward out the door. When Jura had craned his head and looked up through tear-blurred eyes, he'd seen Skopeek standing there. The Zabrak had made no immediate move to untie him. Instead, he'd been holding what Jura realized was some type of holocam, pointing it at him while the lens auto-focused. "Smile," Skopeek had said from behind the cam, walking around the bunk, still recording Jura where he lay struggling to regain control of his baser bodily functions. "Hold on, let me get your good side." When he was satisfied with the footage, he'd put the recorder away and yanked the rag out of Jura's mouth and untied him. "Get up," he told Jura. "Come on." He glanced back out the half-open doorway, where Tasank had landed, half-conscious and crumpled. "I gave him a good shot to the head, but it won't keep him down forever." Jura struggled to his feet, wiped the blood and snot from his nose, and hurriedly struggled back into his robes. "Thanks," he mumbled. Skopeek waved Jura's gratitude off as if it disgusted him, then ejected the hollow cartridge from the cam and slipped it into his pocket, giving it a protective little pat. "For safekeeping," he said, and Jura got the message. None of what had happened had been about kindness or mercy. Jura was in his pocket now, and however long he stayed here, the Zabrak wasn't going to let him forget it. "A newbie," Skopeek had said on his way out of the door. "Welcome to the Academy." Welcome to the Academy. Jerked back to the present moment by the blazing flames of his own anger, Jura blinked away the image of the cartridge in the Zabrak's pocket. Standing here in the shadows between buildings, the urge to lash out was something he could no longer master. He raised both hands and unleashed a burst of dark side energy into the wall itself. Electric heat leapt through his wrists and palms, slamming into the rock, cracking it down the middle. He closed his eyes and exhaled, momentarily relieved. He knew he should have saved his anger, held on to it, and used it in one of the combat drills. But he couldn't help himself. Opening his eyes again, he looked at the cracked wall. It had been strong, but now it was damaged, its value weakened in some fundamental way by what he'd inflicted on it. "I am that wall." Turning away, he stepped back out of the shadows, his mind already trying to work out how he was going to get Skopeek's information for him. Chapter 2. Alright, that was it. That was Chapter 2. That was what I did. Initially, there's a lot of... You probably could tell there's a lot of things, quality-wise, that are getting worked on. Like we've already said, again, you can hear sometimes the paper and stuff. I'm working on organizing it to a way where I could just read the page and know where to stop and continue and things like that. And some of the edits that what I noticed when I went back and listened to it was that I cut things a little bit too close, that it doesn't feel natural anymore the way it's spoken. So there's some of the things that I had there. Just cutting out outside noise and things like that is something I need to work on. I need to set up a place where I can actually record that's a little bit more secure than just what I did, because I just had the mic hanging right here. You can set it wherever. Messenger can be fine and stuff. I just like to make sure I can figure out where I can do better and stuff like that. But yeah, the editing and quality stuff is some of the things I've worked on. There are parts where I listen back to it and I've heard where I misstepped. It kind of, I guess, a stumble in the way I was reading. You can kind of hear it where maybe I stopped reading. Basically, I thought whatever I was reading was done as a statement, but it kept going and I had to re-catch up, and I didn't reread those things, didn't re-record them or anything like that. Stuff like that. The two, Skopeek and what's his name? May, something like that. Skopeek and Hartwig. Was having a kind of an issue differentiating their voices apart from each other. They were a bit of an issue where I was trying to make theirs. There's a little bit that you can tell, but I think I need to work on it a little bit more to make one different from the other a little bit more, at least more noticeable. However, that's where it is. All right. Oh, whoa. Oh, not again. You did give me a novel. Yeah, I try to hopefully be good at seeing the issues, but that's why you gotta send them out to everybody else so that they can catch things that you miss. Mm-hmm. So with the voices, yeah, that's something. So I try to stick with what initially I get the impression of, at least with so Skopeek and Hartwig. I didn't really feel like I got an idea of the characters, but and of course when it comes to doing a female style voice, it's a little bit more difficult for me because I'm a dude and I don't want to just sound like a really so it makes it a little bit softer. Jura, that was the impression, is kind of a lower voice is what I got from him, and so I just tried to down pitch my voice a bit when I read it, and that's what I thought I was going to try to do. So, but yeah, there is with him, it's really close. It's like there's not much of a very defined difference between me and him. So that's something I could definitely work on. And with what you said on how to read them, I more or less kind of do that. I'll read it and I'll pause to give myself time to try to get into the voice and then go in if I feel like I have the momentum properly. So like I've definitely thought about doing that. It is pretty difficult in the long term to go back because I like to try to do it in when I'm going and try to keep that mood set that I'm reading at and not have to try to find it before. Because there's a lot of those that there's a few of them that I've re-recorded that I've gone back and I just recorded different versions of saying this thing to try to find the right one. So it is, I do try to take the time to do that stuff. But yeah, initially it took a little bit of a second, but hopefully it was a lot less, like it was easier that it got into the flow than the last chapter. Like hopefully I had a bit more storytelling going from the start than the last one. Yeah, and the pages things, basically it's just like I was reading it, get down to a point where like the page is on a flip of a chapter and you'd hear me doing this, that kind of stuff. And so I need to work it so that I go basically just plan ahead where I say, okay, I need to find the last full statement on this page, read that, and then get it set so that I don't have to flip. I can just continue reading it because I'm reading out of the book. I don't have a script version of it that I can use, which would be nice. the main thing that my mother told me was the flashback part of the story where Jura's thinking back to when he first came to the academy and what he yeah. But I'd rather it not be in there. It's just because you know, I want when I'm reading for you people listening to be enraptured into the story and stuff is the hope. Like I don't want things to break up. And I need to get better so that if I am going to audition for things, a lot of that comes into doing demos and things like that and sending them samples. And you don't want to hear stuff like that and whatever. You want to make it very professional. Because especially if I'm the one having to edit the things for myself. But the thing that my mother pointed out was that the flashback, that section, she felt that it did not need that same level of energy that possibly other parts of the story had, because in that sense, so it's not just me reading the story anymore, it's me reading the story of him reliving a story. So when you're thinking back to that, the point was that when you as a normal person would just think back to a memory, you don't necessarily build these huge, you know, dramas into your own memories. You just kind of relive it as a memory. And so I need to find a way to read it simply and just not, so it didn't need to be like, oh, I punched him in the back and then this and then no, it would have been thought of in a different way rather than all dramatic. He would have had a different viewpoint as to where it is. So more, I think that the thing that we ended up was use more of the emotion that I felt out of it, that the character would have felt out of it, sorry, rather than the action that you are actually reading is kind of what it was, in a way. Yeah, and just using my voice to convey what's happening. So, like, the way, because when you're listening to it, it doesn't really feel like it's a different section of the chapter. It's just me continuing to read. I haven't altered much in how I'm reading it to make you really feel like this is Jura having a memory. It's just me continuing to read as if this is more or less just another chunk of the book. So it's altering how I read to fit the situation, not necessarily what the actions are happening. So that's another thing that I'm working on. But hopefully it's like I can, from the start, is trying to build it so that you can stand to listen to me read this thing. That nothing about what I'm reading is putting you off. That's where I'm trying to get this to, is that it's very easily listened to, and that you get into the story, and that it fits in a way that you can understand, and you feel like you can accept the characters and whatnot. So that's where we're going. And I do have the third chapter recorded technically already. It was the first time I ever did this. I ever tried to do it, as I recorded the third chapter in this book. I just picked one at random that was small, but I'm not gonna post that one for you guys. I'm gonna re-record it, and then you'll get to listen to it. I might, let's see. Like I said, it is pretty short, so I might be able to get it in at some point this week. So I might be able to get to this week, as opposed to just wait till next Monday. But if not, then it will be on next Monday is when that'll be out. But yeah. Hopefully we can get it. Yeah, I just want to, a lot of just organizational things, making sure that I'm, again, reading through it a lot to make sure I understand how the whole thing flows, and planning ahead in the read so that I don't have those stumbling moments, so that I'm not tripping over my own words trying to catch back up to the end of a statement that I should have already known how it worked, things like that. So that's mainly what I'm going to work on, is making sure the thing runs fluidly and the pacing is correct from the start, and that I'm reading it in the way that it needs to be read to set the tone, which I think this next one will have a good chance for me to do that, because the next chapter is a bit of a dark kind of thing. It's a bit of a rough patch kind of place. It's a bad feeling of an area, I guess. It's initially what I need to say. It's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable chapter, I think, is what it's supposed to convey somewhat in a way. So we'll see how we get there. But yep, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all my subscribers for coming out, for the constant support. Also, not again, the week weight thing is up starting now. So whenever you feel like you want to drop your weight on something, you're good to go. Thank you, everybody else. Thank you so much for the support. Anybody that donates, really appreciate it. As you see, the bits thing, the cheer thing rotates on a weekly basis. So anybody can be top cheerer for any time. It's all good for you guys. All the followers, everybody that keeps an eye on the channel, thanks so much. Dr. Jack's dog, Chess Doomsday, thanks for coming out and saying hi and stuff, being around. So I really appreciate that, you guys. And hopefully anybody that just came by to take a peek, hopefully you saw something you liked, and you'll come back. Okay, that sounds good. But as we go now, we need to make some wheel spinach. So let's get this wheel spun. I will do my best to have a good night if you're going to go now. We're going to spin this wheel first. Prey got played, so we're going to take a weight off of that. We now have nothing adding onto it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we will be playing in 3, 2, 1... That is Zelda Breath of the Wild coming back for tomorrow. It's angry that it didn't get played today. Oh, I just got some gassy burps going on there for a second. Anyway, tomorrow, Zelda Breath of the Wild, 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Tune in for some more of that. We'll do some more linkage adventures and stuff. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Not again, specifically for taking the time to poke your head in just for the reading. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate your feedback. I'm going to keep it on there so I can reference it. And, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody be safe and have a great rest of your night.